Hello guys, welcome back to Audit Nation, the home of the best police encounters on the internet. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Let's jump right into today's episode.
Here's where we are. You're somewhat correct, but I have the powers from the judge to come do the eviction. And that's where we stand.
You don't have the powers to enforce excessive force.
Alright, in our first clip here, we've got police officers, not just one, but a couple here, and what looks like to be the owner of this household, dealing with someone recording, right? And now the recording happening here is behind one of those little doorbell systems, but clearly this lady does not want to leave the house, even though she's technically being evicted here by these police officers, as well as, again, what seems to be the owner. Now, the question is, why is she being evicted? Well, apparently she hasn't paid her rent in quite some time. Have a look at the clip.
Ma'am, Officer Gaddy, Superior Court, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Can you open the door? We're here to do the eviction.
I'm sorry, but there can't be any force that's involved.
There's an eviction. It was kicked back from federal back to the state last night or yesterday, and I was advised to move forward today. Can you come to the door, please?
Who do you have with you? A police officer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Can I speak with him?
Can you come to the door?
I cannot. I'm sick in bed.
Well, that can't stop the execution of the eviction.
Well, those orders are void, unfortunately.
Police officer, more samples.
Sir.
Can you come downstairs and
Hi,
talk?
how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I can talk to you through this right here.
Okay. Well, this gentleman's here to serve you with an eviction. So
I understand what he's here for, but unfortunately, the eviction papers that he was served are fraudulent. And as a result of being fraudulent and not being ordered by the court of right, he doesn't have the actual order in hand. That's not the actual physical order. There was never an actual order for possession. There was an order that was enjoined with the DC action, which pursuant to law, you can't join an LT action with a DC action with an LT action. Nothing can be enjoined together.
Ma'am, you talk to them. The officers are here. They wouldn't understand the court side of it. I was given a green light.
Right, but this is civil. So, unfortunately, and you cannot make forceful entry into the home.
Actually, I can. We're opening the door.
No, you cannot.
Opening the door now.
That is illegal.
There's not.
That is illegal. That is illegal. Only a sheriff can do something like that.
Officer, I'm Superior Court officer. I'm here. I'll show you the paperwork when you come down. I'll show you my back.
You are a process server. You are a 1099 employee process server. That's what you are. That's what your position is.
Here's where we are. You're somewhat correct, but I have the powers from the judge to come do the eviction. And that's where we stand.
You don't have the powers to enforce excessive force onto the home.
Well, the owners allow me because he has possession of the home. Again, I don't have the powers to arrest.
No, you don't. If someone is still living in the home, the owner does not have possession of the home. And that's New Jersey law.
If that was the case, then the whole United States would not leave properties. The question at hand is, and I'm not arguing your debate, what you have with the courts or so on and so forth.
Right now you are trespassing onto property. No one said that you could come onto this property. Please put the officers, I would like to speak with the officers.
Opening the door.
Please give me the officers.
They backed away and let me in charge of it. I'll bring them forward in a second.
No, give me the officers. I want the officers.
He's coming.
I
What I'm
want the
working on.
police officers. I want the police officers. I want to speak with a police officer. I want to speak with a police officer. And sir in the blue shirt, white male, please step away from the door.
He's authorized over there.
Please step away from the door. I have both of the court orders that are DC and LT actions. They are enjoined together, which is against the law, making them void. There is no judge. And I have all the law for that as well. There's no judge or anybody else that has to void it. I am in the process of motioning it to void it to actually just put it on the record. But tell the man to get away from the door. Police officer, excuse me. The door, I'm telling you right now. Yes, someone is breaking into my home. I live at... You cannot break into the home. Someone's breaking into the home as we speak. What? I do not know this person. Please, please, quickly. There are people, and they're walking around my house. To speak with you, police officer. What is your name? Please come. Just have them come to the door. Opening the door. I'm not opening the doors. I'm not coming outside. I'm not coming outside. I'm not coming outside. You can't use protective force. Okay, well, he can come over to the front door and talk via this. He can come over and talk via this. He can come around here and talk so I can have him on... I can talk to him through here.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
I can't... No. Have him come around to the door. The officer, come around to the door.
Ma'am.
Officer, come around to the door.
You're going to come around?
No, I wanted the officer and back to come around to the door.
Okay, so...
You are not allowed to use excessive force on... No, you're not. No, you're not. It's a void order. This is a civil thing. This is a civil order. No, it's void. It is void. It is void. It is a void order, and there is no... Yes, someone is breaking into my home. Hello, I need someone here immediately.
They're here.
The judge in her case has ruled the lockout was proper, and her landlord had to spend over $10,000 to move and store her things because she refused to leave. But she's still trying to get her followers to donate more.
So as you guys saw, she didn't want to leave, right? The lady recording here and the police officers, I feel like they dealt with this pretty civilly. They seemed pretty calm and everything, but obviously, you know, the owner of this place wanted to get this lady out of here. She hadn't paid her rent for 2 years, and he also had to pay around $10,000 worth in pretty much getting her stuff transferred and getting her out of there. Basically, it was a big headache for the owner, and probably for the officers as well. Well, at least they got rid of her. Hope the next time she rents out, she actually pays her rent.
That's it. I have to just make sure.
Rutgers police vehicle.
I understand that. I understand that, but I can't just let it go. It's not like I can just let it go. I have to do what's.
Our next clip here, we've got a couple officers dealing with the Rutgers New York Chancellor, Nancy Cantor. We even get her name, right? And the police officers are trying to get this situation under control. You'll see what I mean by the clip specifically, but Nancy here seems to be late for her flight. She's got to make a flight, and she feels like she's being inconvenienced by waiting here, dealing with the police officers. Well, they've got to do something about you, Nancy. Have a look here.
Yeah, she's on her way right here. I understand. I understand.
No, you don't understand.
I understand. I'm just trying to do my job. That's it. I have to just make sure.
Rutgers police vehicle.
I understand that. I understand that, but I can't just let it go. It's not like I can just let it go. I have to do what's safe for my job as well.
Damage.
I understand that, but that's not up for me. I have to make sure my supervisor is aware of what's going on. I understand.
Absolutely no damage.
I know that, and I explained that to her, but she still wants to come. She still wants to come, and she wants to make sure that's our policy. That's the way.
If I miss my airplane, you folks are in trouble.
Okay. She's on her way.
Quarters or are you on the road?
Excuse me.
Hello, how are you?
I'm not well. I'm being held from going to the airport. If I miss my plane,
Okay,
you folks are in trouble.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm the chancellor.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, can we get another car? She needs
No, I don't want that.
Just give me 5 minutes. I need to make notification. She's not allowed to leave right now because she was in the vehicle when this occurred.
I actually was not. I was standing right here.
Okay.
Who's the she? Who's on their way?
My sergeant and my lieutenant.
They're not going to be here.
They're
Who are
going
the
to be
sergeants
here.
and
They're on
lieutenant?
their way. They're driving.
Sergeant LaFan and who's
where,
the
up here?
LT? Lieutenant Jordan. They're on their way.
Lovely.
5 Blue Street. I just have to make notifications of what occurred, and that's what I'm doing.
Well, you could do that. Take a picture and let her go. She's on her university business. Would you do this if this were the president of the United States? Yes. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
We have to do what we have to do. We have to do our job just like you have to do your job.
No, you have to be thoughtful about doing your job.
Okay.
Okay.
Not just, following rote.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm just going to tell you one thing. I 100% agree with my partner here, so
Yes,
we're just going to stand by for the supervisors and just got to do what we have to do. That's all. You're fine.
It's okay for you to do this under other circumstances, but now it's not. So you have to. That's the thing about
I'm just
being
trying to-
listen. That's the thing about being thoughtful. Strategic. You have to know who you're dealing with and how and
has to
where.
get to the airport before a flight. Copy that?
Receive. We're getting the
I'd
information.
love to see them do this to President Barchi.
Oh no, they wouldn't do it.
Can I just have your driver's license and insurance?
Your phone so we can
He's a Rutgers police.
What did he just say?
Receive. I just need your license, your driver's, and the registration for the vehicle and the insurance.
injury, so we can store the license of the driver and you can let them go and we'll do a report. If we need anything, we can always call back.
Receive.
Purpose is call her. She gonna tell us what he said.
Do you have your driver's license with you?
What did he tell you?
I wasn't driving.
Okay.
She wasn't in the car.
Okay. You have to. She won't give me her passenger information. Can you just take a copy of this?
Mhm.
They're not gonna let me do the report. Okay. Because I was sitting in the vehicle. Do you want mine? If you give you mine.
What's that?
I was sitting in the car. I don't know if that's.
200. So, Officer Latham, did we finish that?
That's affirmative. We're gathering the information.
I'll do yours later.
All right.
Can we let the other vehicle go right now?
I'm taking the picture now, and then they're gonna be on their way.
Precinct.
I don't care. He said he fully supports his partner. So he's part of the problem. Nancy, you should have gone. Nancy should have called Nancy in the first place. Just say, what should I do? Get the information, and that's all. When you have somebody like this, you call and you say, what should we do? Should we follow normal protocol or should we do something else? That's what you should have done. Thank you.
Have a good night. See you later. Deactivating body cam. This is going to be handled in-house. We'll do a report on it. Follow up as necessary.
Alrighty, so this was a minor crash, right? It wasn't anything huge, but still, regardless of your title here and regardless of if you have a flight, this lady, well, Nancy here, she's got to deal with the police, right? And yes, it was her driver and everything else, but honestly, I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know if she thought that the officers could just let her go and, they don't have to report it or anything. Well, they've got to go through a process and a routine as well, even if it's, someone of this status. So hopefully she didn't miss her flight, at least for her sake. And, good job for the police officers here dealing with this without any pretty much discrimination on how they deal it with anybody else.
Shut that off.
No.
Why are you videoing this?
Why are you so concerned?
I own this place.
Are you hiding something, or?
Why are you videoing this?
Because this is what I do.
This is what you do for who?
Our next clip here is brought to us by SLO County Observer, and what we have here is a man behind the camera recording from a public area, right? He's got a business in his lens, and he has to deal with a police officer. Well, this police officer might surprise most people. This officer has probably dealt with this before, and he understands the law. Well, why don't you guys have a look at this one?
The yard stuff?
For what?
For me.
Who are you?
No. Keep your distance.
Shut that off.
No.
Why are you videoing this?
Why are you so concerned?
I own this place.
Are you hiding something, or?
Why are you videoing this?
Because this is what I do.
This is what you do for who?
It's a hobby of mine.
It's a hobby of yours.
Mm-hmm.
So you're videoing. Let me call it police guy.
You're gonna call the police?
Yeah, I'm gonna call
Why?
the police. Because I want you to delete what you got.
Dang. So you own a Guadalupe hardware company? It's all good, bro. I'm not looking for trouble.
It is all good, but I just don't let anybody record.
You don't let anyone record.
I get that, but you're gonna delete that when he gets here.
I'm not deleting anything.
We'll see.
I'll see. Hello. What's up? Dang, I didn't think you were gonna show up.
I'll educate them.
Oh, okay, cool.
You have every right to record.
Awesome, thanks, bro.
If you guys do what you do.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is. I'm glad you educated them.
Yeah, I've educated myself. Like I said, as long as it's a public space, you guys can record.
I've been to your guys' station. I actually got a tour in the back, all the vehicles and stuff. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You guys, I mean, there's always going to be people that do that.
Right.
But again, they got to understand it.
Right.
Until there's a law that prohibits it.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, you keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, man. You keep doing what you're doing.
All right, you be safe out there.
You too, man.
All right, see you later.
Later.
So I like this one. I like the officer here. He seemed in good spirits as well. And he knows that the man recording here behind the camera isn't doing anything wrong. He's not breaking any laws because, hey, there are no laws that are against this recording from a public place. He's on the sidewalk. And yeah, the business owner might not like it, but really, there's nothing he can do about it. And calling the cops isn't going to do anything either for you.
This didn't have to be an issue. You guys could have been working. I'm getting my story, and you're trying to block me.
Concerned employees, so
Our next clip here is also brought to us by SLO County Observer, and I gotta say, similar thing, right? He's recording from a public area. He had some officers called on him for recording, and I think that this SLO County Observer is part of the reason why these officers seem so educated. Well, you'll know what I mean. Have a look.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
Officer Hernandez, Officer Soto.
Awesome.
We're obviously here because people called out. It just seemed it's a little suspicious that you won't answer some of their questions. I don't know if you could shed some light as to what
I told him I'm recording. I'm recording, and I'm in clear sight. I don't know what the problem is.
Well, I guess the reason is, why are you recording?
Oh yeah, I don't wish to explain that.
Okay, that's fine. You're right. Yeah.
It's my right.
So as long as he's on public property, right? He has a right to stand there, record.
Appreciate you, Hernandez. This didn't have to be an issue. You guys could have been working. I'm getting my story, and you're trying to block me.
Concerned employees, so if simple answering a couple questions would have
been easy enough, and we would have been on our way. But
I don't even have to talk, man.
I know that, but it would have been a lot easier.
Just, may I talk?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Let's imagine somebody came to your house. They're standing out in public property, but they're just standing there with the camera.
Recording your kid.
That would look a little weird.
You know what's actually happened?
Yeah, nobody wants that, right?
I was cool with it. I thought it was like TMZ or something. Thought I was like famous, but
Well, hopefully you got.
I offered them some water, and they were on their way.
It's not a common thing, right? So people, when they see that, that's why they come out and ask the questions, right? That they ask.
Okay.
I'm sure you already knew that. It's nothing new. I'm telling you.
Okay.
You seem like a smart guy.
Hey, appreciate you, Hernandez. Soto. All right.
We're gonna head out.
All right.
All right. You guys all have a good day.
You too, Hernandez.
So yeah, this is another business owner, that didn't want this area filmed. Well, the man behind the camera here, he is probably, again, the reason why a lot of these officers are educated. He's probably done this in many places around the county. And yeah, these two officers, they named themselves when they approached the man recording. They pretty much said, we know you're not breaking any laws. And there's not much we can do here, but we just have to, answer the call and approach you and talk to the man that probably called on them. So, it's a whole ordeal. But at the end of the day, these officers are very well educated. They're cool, right? And they know that this man behind the camera is not breaking any laws here.
You know how mad I am right now? You know how embarrassed this is? You know how embarrassed this is? And I told him, I said, go check the videotape, then come back to me. It wouldn't be embarrassing.
The next clip here, we've got the man recording, pretty upset, right? He's been accused of not buying a ticket to the cinema, the movie that he's watching, by a staff here who ends up calling the police officers, right? And the police officers there are to pretty much answer the call, do their investigation, and they escort this man recording here out of the theater. And then it all starts from there, right? And you actually find out that the staff here who called the police officers was indeed wrong. Well, I'm sure you guys will like this one. Have a look.
Let's walk out.
Don't put your light in my face.
All right. Nicholas Joseph Fury, agent of shit. You're a sucker.
Nicholas Joseph Fury. There's 3 names.
Now, police is here because the staff here just came up to me out the blue from coming to the bathroom and said that I didn't pay and didn't have a ticket. So what you guys have to say to me now?
So
what's the deal?
These guys said you didn't buy a ticket. You have a ticket.
Ask him why he said that.
I don't know why I said that.
Why you say I didn't have a ticket?
Sir, you walked in the exit door, and my staff warned me that they did not sell you a ticket, that you didn't get your ticket.
That's what you're saying now, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You're 100% sure of that?
I'm sure. Nobody's standing
All the staff is 100% sure of that? All the staff is 100% sure of that, right? Would you hold this? Well, I'll put it.
Yeah, you got a ticket. Go ahead. I don't have any tickets, so.
Now I want to see the manager now.
I am the manager, sir.
Who's your boss?
This is a ticket that was.
Who's your boss?
It does look like it was purchased.
Who's your boss?
Sold.
No. No, what does that ticket say on there, sir? What does it say?
It was indeed, but you should have shown me the ticket.
No, I shouldn't. You just came up me out the blue. He automatically assumed.
You walked in the exit door.
I didn't walk in the exit door. I went to the bathroom and got a refill.
My staff said they had not seen you. They saw you walk in the exit door, so I just asked you for a ticket. Sir.
You know how mad I am right now? You know how embarrassed this is? You know how embarrassed this is? And I told him, I said, go check the videotape, then come back to me.
You know, it wouldn't be embarrassing at all. There's nobody going to go, Troy, couldn't go check the videotape.
Man, this is embarrassing. For somebody to come up to me out the blue, this is embarrassing, man.
Long ago, what's going to happen all
this is embarrassing.
Have to call the police, and now you produce a ticket talking about how embarrassing.
But I told him to go check. If somebody come up to you out the blue and said, "Get out of here," you came out. I said, "No, I didn't." I said, "Quit playing." I said, "Get out of here! Quit playing with me, man."
Show the damn ticket. All you had to do is show the ticket. That's it.
Man, it don't matter if I said go check the tape. You should be what?
Okay, listen.
Shouldn't they be 100% sure if they're blaming somebody? Shouldn't they be 100%?
I don't. This is not my place of.
I'm just saying.
So
shouldn't you be 100%?
Listen, look, hear me out for a second. A couple of options.
It's private property. If they want you to stay and watch a movie, you're more than welcome. It's up to them. If they want you to leave, that's up to them. If you want a refund, that's up to them. We're out of it. This is a civil matter between you and them, not us. There's no crime that we can determine.
Who's your boss, man?
So.
I want to talk to your boss.
Tell me a question. I'll give you a card. But
Give me a card, man.
It's not a
You see how this is, man?
Listen,
you see this?
There's nothing to really see. If you just showed the ticket again,
shut up.
So I'm just gonna say I'd be upset too, man. You know, if I got accused of not buying a ticket and escorted out of the theater when I was just there to watch a movie that I had wanted to watch, and now I missed a good chunk of the movie, well, you bet I'd be upset, you know? But there wasn't much the police officers could do about this either. They got the call and they had to just respond to it, right? And the proof was there from the guy recording, and at the end of the day, what happens? Nothing. The guy recording is obviously upset. He missed part of his movie. All he gets is a card from the worker here, and even the officers, you know, they're just kind of like, they can't do anything about it. Well, obviously this guy's night plans are already ruined, so he leaves, as would I. Thanks for watching till the end. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more crazy police encounters like these.